It helps me feel a lot safer being out here, knowing that there's just somebody 5 minutes down the road that I can always call that will have my back in any situation. Good morning, guys. It's Katie Kate on the Homestead. It's a beautiful Friday morning. My kid has the day off school today, so I let myself sleep in, and I've just been moving really slowly this morning, taking my time and thinking about what I want to get up to today. I thought I'd take a minute this morning to shoot just a fun video to talk about my mysterious neighbor that I'm always mentioning in my videos. His name is Scott, and he doesn't really watch this YouTube channel, but somebody he works with does. Recently, it came up that at work, they were dialing up one of my videos, and we were joking about how embarrassing it was for me. He was teasing me about how I always refer to him as my neighbor and I never talk about him directly. I explained to him that on this YouTube channel, I'm really careful about people's privacy. I really don't show my kids on this channel at all. I think my son has wandered into a video twice in 4 years. If I do shoot anybody that's going to be featured in my content, I'm pretty careful to be obscure with my shots, maybe not have their face included. Occasionally I've shown people, but it's really not my habit. That's really because I respect people's privacy. This is my channel, and I don't have explicit permission from anybody to share anything about them. Now, after we had that conversation, I was joking with him that I should shoot a video to clarify who he is and let it be known. He basically gave me permission to do so. My dear Scotty has become much more than an NPC in my story. He's definitely a main character. Scott is really the only friend that I've made out here in the country since I moved here. He lives basically on my road with his partner. They're like chalk and cheese, and while I do really like them both, Scotty and I are the ones that have become really, really good friends. I really like him. He's got a great personality. He's kind, he's helpful, he's knowledgeable. We drink beer together, so he's my one beer drinking buddy out here. And really, he's kind of taken me under his wing, knowing the lack of experience that I have trying to manage this new lifestyle. So moving forward, I can just call him Scott or Scotty, and I'll just show you some of the ways that he's helped me out and been a friend to me out here over the past almost 3 years. I met Scott on my neighbor's porch. I think it was just after I had the electrical fire in the house. We had a few drinks together, and immediately he told me he would plow my driveway in the winter, just having met me, not knowing me from anybody. He assured me he didn't want anything in return. It was just something that he does for people that he likes on the road. He's really invested in being a good neighbor and a good person. He likes to know that people are safe and taken care of when he thinks that they're good people. I remember the first summer I was here, my son's friend came to visit, and Scotty randomly brought down an excavator one day and threw it in my backfield and had both these city kids in that machine digging holes. He's really wonderful with kids, and he really likes to teach them and help them learn. Over the years, he's helped me a lot with my son, Seth. Here's some photos from when they were repairing a tire on the ATV. He's able to teach him things that I'm still learning myself. It is really fun to have someone to show both myself and my son how to do new things, and we can learn together. It's been extremely helpful. The very few friends that I do have from the city absolutely love Scott. My very, very best friend calls herself his city girlfriend. They've even struck up a friendship where they text each other without me even involved. Here's me and Scotty in the hot tub one night having a few drinks under the stars. So this is just a little video featuring my very elusive neighbor who's actually one of my very best friends, and his name is Scott. He's been an absolute godsend for me out here. There are so many times that he has helped me around the property. I can't even count them all. It helps me feel a lot safer being out here, knowing that there's just somebody 5 minutes down the road that I can always call that will have my back in any situation. Moving out here from the city to the middle of nowhere, I really did not expect to find anybody like this. He's an absolute blessing, one of my very best friends, and just another reason I am so grateful that I came out here, because I'm so happy to have him in my life. Before I wrap up this video, I'll share one more other funny, not funny neighbor story that happened yesterday when I was out working on my truck. The neighbor from over this way, he actually purchased all the land around my property when this was severed prior to my sale. Well, he stopped by in a side-by-side. They were the ones doing the work down in the field that I shot. So we were chatting back and forth. I haven't seen him for a while, and he told me that recently his son could hear somebody crying, "Help, help, help," coming from this direction. And of course, it's almost deer hunting season. I think it's crossbow season right now. So they were worried that somebody was in the bush, hurt. So they took off down the road, started, going around on the fields with flashlights and trying to listen. And he said that every time he was on this end, it sounded like it was coming from here. And when he'd go up there, it sounded like it was coming from here. And I thought, oh my God, that could have been my kid with his windows open, playing video games, calling out for help. So I mentioned that, and we kind of laughed a little bit about it, and I apologized if that was the case. Later on, I went up to talk to my kid, and I asked him, "Were you playing video games the other day screaming for help?" And he said yes. So I told him, oh my God, the neighbors heard you and were out in the bush searching for somebody with flashlights, thinking somebody was dying in a ditch. So kind of funny and not funny. I definitely told him to keep his voice down, moving forward, and that the dang neighbors can hear him. It's echoing clear across the fields. I was pretty grateful that they came running. He told me that the first place they came was here to make sure we were okay, because they knew it was just me and a young fella, as he said. Oh my goodness, creating chaos in the neighborhood without even knowing it. It will not happen again. I hate to think of the boy crying wolf and we're being axe murdered over here screaming for help, and they're like, oh, it's just that dumbass kid playing video games again. Oh my God. Okay, so that's my warm and fuzzy on Scotty. I guess I'll figure out what I need to get up to around here today. I know I have to run into town to get some beer because Scott was by a couple nights ago and we drank me out. So other than that, just enjoying this gorgeous day, puttering around, getting ready for winter. As always, I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, staying happy, enjoying this last beautiful weather of fall, getting ready for winter. Until next time. I'm Katie Kate on the Homestead, and I'll see you later.